Who killed Tupac? What happened to Tupac's killer? Who set up Tupac to be killed? For 27 years, nobody had an answer until one man came out to make a shocking statement. On November 30th, 1994, New York City, Tupac was facing a sexual assault trial that was taking all his money. He became broke within a short time. Within that period, Jimmy Henchman, who was a music manager, called Tupac for a studio verse, offering Tupac $7,000. As broke as Tupac was in the middle of his court case, he agreed to take the money and record the verse. He actually needed that money to settle his court bills. Not long enough, he arrived at Quad Studios in Times Square with his friend Stretch and two others. It was supposed to be a quick session, but before Tupac could proceed, a life-threatening incident happened the moment he stepped foot into the lobby. Three men were waiting to attack and rob him. They shot him multiple times, leading to severe injuries. He was shot in the head twice, in the groin twice, and once in the hand. 5 bullets shot directly at Tupac. But guess what? Tupac stood his ground. Shortly after he was admitted to the hospital for surgery, he ran out of the hospital to lodge at the house of actress Yasmin Guy. He did that so he could report to the court the next day. And yes, he showed up in court the next day, bandaged in a wheelchair. What a soldier. But here is the most scary part. There is more to the attack than robbery. As he arrived at Quad Studios, Tupac heard familiar voices coming from several floors above. Members of Biggie's affiliate group Junior Mafia were up there, excited to see him. Biggie himself was in that building recording music that night. Biggie and Tupac had once been close friends, their bond rooted in their shared passion for hip-hop. But after those 5 bullets, Tupac started asking questions. Who knew he was coming? Who set the price? Who made the call? In an interview with Vibe magazine, Tupac intimated that Sean Combs and Biggie were aware it was a setup. They denied everything. But one confession will eventually come out from one of the actual shooters. Dexter Isaac, 7 life in prison, claimed that Tupac's own friend Stretch had planned the attack and that Jimmy Henchman paid Stretch $2,500 to set it up, promising him a quarter break of cocaine. The man who walked Tupac into that building was the man who sold him to the shooters. Stretch died in 1995, 1 year after the shooting. He never answered for it. Let's put that aside. 2 years later, on September 7, 1996, Las Vegas, Tupac and the CEO of Death Row Records, Suge Knight, attended a Mike Tyson boxing match at MG Grand. Then clash broke out between Tupac crew and members of a rival Compton gang called Southside Crips. Hours later, a white Cadillac pulled up beside Tupac and Suge and started firing shots. On that day, September 7, 1996, Tupac was shot 8 times and sustained serious injuries. 6 days later, Tupac died in a hospital at the age of 25. And for decades, nothing happened to the murderers. Not until a man named Dwan Davis, popularly known on the street as Kefe D, started talking about it. First in interviews, then on a Netflix documentary. He even published a memo in 2019 concerning the issue. As far back 1998, Davis was telling Cable Channel he was a front seat passenger in the car which the shots were fired from. He admitted publicly in 2018 BET interview that he was inside the Cadillac. When he was asked who shot Tupac, he said, and I quote, "I'm going to keep it for the code of the street. He just came from the back seat." That's what he said. For many years, nobody touched him until the Las Vegas police came knocking. Davis confessed to the police a role on the shooting back in 2009, but his statement couldn't be used because it was made under a proffer argument. But out of nowhere, he began boasting of his involvement in Tupac's death, which compelled the law enforcement to take a second look at the case. He ultimately talked himself into jail. So after all these years, Davis is the only person ever charged with crime in connection to Tupac's death. 27 years, one arrest, and the case is not still closed. Whoever pulled the trigger on Tupac is out there walking freely. But here is a question. Do you think the first murder attempt has anything to do with the second one? Whatever your answer is, justify it in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for stories like this. Share this story to a friend who may be interested in it. Shalom.